Okay, so this is Alysia with another family history with her mom. And so, can you tell us a little bit about your grandparents, great grandparents, things like that?
Yes, my dad, when I was first born, was a sharecropper.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was born, my parents had just moved into their own home. They had lived at first with his parents, and my older sister, where she was born. I mean, the doctor would say she weighed approximately 4 pounds. She was a preemie 7.5 pound baby, and she had no fingernails or toenails, and they had to teach her how to suck.
Oh,
She didn't know how
wow.
to suck. She didn't have to suck, and so they taught her that.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's mother literally took over her. Didn't think mom could take care of her, and probably so.
Right.
But anyway, they moved out. Mom was told my dad was going to go out do some farming, and said, "I'll do the diapers when I get back in. You just relax," because she knew that she was pregnant. She
Mm-hmm.
was 7.5 months pregnant, and she needed. But did my mom listen? Oh no. So it brought on labor pains, and that brought my. I was a 7.5 pound baby, 7.5 month baby, and I weighed 4 pounds only. I was a little bit more developed than my sister, and the doctor who delivered us was Dr. Ming Hyatt,
Okay.
and he was a left-handed man.
So, what was it that your grandfather did? I mean, I think your grandfather's name, if I remember, was John
My
Sanford.
grandfather's name was Johnny Sanford, but then it got shortened to John,
Mm-hmm.
and he was a widower, had son by my grandmother Grace Carver, that had two sisters, Clara uh, Clara and Irene.
Okay.
Irene married John Dixon. They were brothers, but I can't remember which. But she had brothers as well.
And
Sad to say, my grandmother died when my dad was 3 because the doctor attended to a sick man or a sick woman and came to attend to her, but didn't wash his hands.
oof.
So my grandmother got sick and caught an ailment. They called it milk leg, which
Mm.
is an infection, and it went. Really, it caused her, I guess, to burn up with fever because they were constantly putting tongue depressors so she wouldn't bite her tongue.
Right.
Well, she had the baby. It was in July.
Mm-hmm.
She died in August. Sadly, the baby, Wooten Sanford, died in September of '53.
Mm.
And so soon afterwards, my grandfather married a woman named Hattie Mae Plumley,
And
M-A-I.
so, did he have any children with Hattie Mae?
He had 10 other children, like Hattie Mae.
Okay, so Hattie Mae.
Five boys and 5 girls.
So Hattie Mae raised 11 children, including your father.
Right.
Okay. So what about your mother's family? What was their names exactly? Because I know your mother's name is Alice Geneva.
My mother was married to Alice Geneva. Her mother had gotten married fairly young too. At 13, she had married a man named Otha Hart, Hart.
Mm-hmm.
He got spinal meningitis, died of it. He left her with 2 children at
Mm.
15. And she married a man that started working for her in-laws on his in-laws farm. I don't know what exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And they got married, and she had 7 other children,
Mm-hmm.
and 3 of them, but 2 of them died at very young. Maxine died when she was 3, about 2 or 3. Paul Eugene died as a baby. Junior, that was named after his dad, George Jr., died, drowned, died when he was about 16.
Mm-hmm.
There's other girls, another sister, my mother had another sister named Lizzie, and a brother named Marshall, and a brother named Joseph.
Right.
Plus the other three that died early.
And most of them had large families, you would say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and then my Stella married again and married a man named Charlie Watson, and they had a son.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma Stella, Aunt Lizzie, and my mom all got married in 47.
Right, and they.
There was there was Grandma Stella's third marriage, Aunt Lizzie's second marriage, my mom's first marriage.
Oh, wow.
But they all had babies in 48, and all babies had colic.
So, how would you explain colic in case somebody didn't know what a colic is exactly?
Colic is a baby, more like a coughing disorder. I mean,
Okay.
I didn't have colic, but I did have what they used to call it's diphtheria, but it's really they called it back then whooping cough, which is it's not more like a cough, it's more like a whoop.
Right.
I got it myself.
Mm-hmm. So, on my father's side, I think there was George
On my
Clemens.
dad's side, there was 5 other boys.
Right, but I'm talking about on my father's side, John Charles. There was my.
On my dad's side, wait, just I'm gonna get to that.
Okay, sorry.
Well, so Stella had 10 children altogether,
Wow, a lot of kids.
and there would be falling outs. They would get along with each other, then there'd be falling outs, and so I wouldn't see them, my brothers, that much.
So, what's one of your favorite memories of being with your grandparents that you do remember?
But I did remember we would have a fish together, fry fish together, have fish, hush puppies, the whole works.
Okay.
That was kind of fun. I loved it. Getting together, and Haley was a good cook.
So, what about on your mom's side? Was there any special memories about them with Stella and all of them?
I loved her, but then after we got older, she would hug you and say, "Go out and play."
Oh, wow. That's not a way to remember somebody.
That's the way I remember her.
Yikes.
And Charlie smoked a pipe, and it scared me. He wore overalls. So they Paul Wilkins. That's what I called him. My dad's father. They would Paul them all. I don't know why. I refused to be called them to call me call them grandpa. I was told during coach to say grandma and grandpa, aunt, and I thought, you're too much close to my age, and you weren't too bad. I was told not to resist it, and my dad, he didn't push it.
Right.
My daddy never pushed me to do. And then if he knew, I guess he knew I was too much like him. He pushed me off.
Right. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. What would you say is one of your favorite things that you remember from being a girl that you remember the best?
What's that about being a girl?
I mean,
being a girl.
like, because you had a large family, was that something that stood out to you? Or was it because you grew up in Tennessee and you had
I grew up in Tennessee. I could not go out and play in the woods because I got poison oak and ivy too easy.
So did it stand out to you, the fact that you had a southern, like, simple lifestyle and stuff like that?
I grew up poor, and I thought I knew everybody was not like that, but it was poor, and I hate the same thing over and over till I got.
Right.
I mean, I can't eat certain things. But I got burnt out on it.
So would you say your mother was a good cook, or would you say she was a decent cook?
She cooked decently, but she really didn't know how to cook certain things. I mean, I'll be honest with you, and she'd probably hit me if I said it. Or she'd, but Patty Mae was a great cook for my mom.
So what was one of your favorite things that your mom ever made to cook?
Banana pudding.
So that was one of your favorite things?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that still one of your favorite things to this day, that you like to eat banana pudding?
Yes.
What's one of your least favorite things of food that your mom made?
More than beans.
Okay, fair enough.
More than beans.
Gotcha. And
No, the least favorite, chicken and dumplings.
so your mom wasn't a very good cook. Did you ever have your grandmother's cooking Stella by any chance, or was it just Hattie Mae's?
I had it at one time. She got this, when we were getting food stamps, they were giving me fruit commodities, and she had this meat, and we had sliced tomatoes because she killed her tomatoes when she sliced them. She didn't just,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that was one thing I remember eating the last. But I really didn't eat that much at one Joe's house at all.
Gotcha. Alrighty. And were your grandparents originally from Tennessee and stuff like that, or were they from different areas?
I was told Stella's, I don't know about Stella, but I do know that she had brothers and sisters and a mother that died during the influenza epidemic.
Mm-hmm.
And her grandfather prayed that she wouldn't die, and she didn't. He remarried, but I don't know. His name was Marshall Wood, sorry.
Okay.
And she kept telling everybody Marshall Wood was dead when he was not dead. He lived in Texas.
So, was your father's family, Grace and all of them, were they originally from Tennessee as well?
Grace was from Tennessee, for I know, but I know my grandfather was born in Indiana. I don't know how. Indiana to Tennessee, I don't know how that happened.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you so much for that history, Mama.